what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the When in Seoul podcast. Danny Cho here with Bobby Choi. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My voice is...
As always, we're not...
we're never on sync with this. Woo, 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 woo. My voice is a little off today. It's because I've been performing straight for the last 4 days.
Ooh.
2 times.
You sound a little bit like Barry White-ish. You know? Am I dating myself?
Barry White. I doubt that any of our listeners know who Barry White is. And I was trying to think of a Barry White song, but my brain just froze. So I just went, oh.
Actually, we can afford the licensing, so it's a good thing you don't remember.
Yeah. So...
4 shows in a row, and you have more to go.
Wow. Right? You know what? I'm told that right now is a season for like couples to just like do couples things, right? Mm-hmm. And couples related things are like going to shows. Now, some people might be tired of going to watch movies like Aquaman or whatever. Mm-hmm. So then they'll come and see
try the new thing.
Some fat guy tell some jokes.
Stand-up comedy.
Right. And so it's interesting, man. Like, it's hit or miss, to be honest. Like,
so good turnout, no good.
Yeah, I've done a show with 5 people, and there were 6 comics in the lineup.
Ooh, is that the worst you've done? Only 5 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, I've done shows with 1 person.
Yeah, you gave me this look like gave me this look like.
And the 1 person was Bobo from No Brain. He felt so bad. He started taking photos for me.
You know. The thing is though, like at least with your the bad thing about your music is that there is nobody going woo, right? Yeah. It's not like a woo kind of music, right? So it's just kind of like it's taking in your sadness. I guess.
It's fun because I just take it as a practice. You know, I close my eyes and I just play for myself, and then but I can't stop because the club booked me,
right?
And if somebody comes like 15 minutes late, 20 minutes late, 30 minutes, I'm still contractually bound to perform,
right?
So that's where it's. I can't be like, oh, you know what, I'm out of here,
right?
Kind of thing. I gotta keep going. For you, for 5 people, it's gonna be. You're
gonna bomb. Like it doesn't matter because. For people that don't understand, and I think this is a cultural thing for Korea, is that they don't understand that with all live performances, the entertainer gets the energy, like if the crowd gives them energy, you want to give it back to them. You know what I mean? It's kind of like sex, right? Where like if the other person like reacts well, you want to do better, right? But then if they don't react well, then you just want to just get it over with, right? And so
I trust you, right? Yeah, but I think for me, I would think if there's only 5 people in the room,
right,
and you're just bombing, why not just go over and start tickling them? Like
I'm gonna have to make you laugh. Coochie coochie coo.
You ever say everyone just get in a circle? This is a bad situation. Yeah. I know this is a bad. Let's play some po. No, what do you call it? Like
po is the children's show. It's kind of like the Korean Sesame Street.
Right, that's right. Let's play some. What do you call that? Thumper or something.
Like back in the U.S., like for most comedy clubs, if the audience number is less than, let's say, like 15, they'll just refund the money and tell them, it's done, right?
Okay, that's fair.
And because, they know that if it's like a 300-seater and only 15 people show up, I don't care who comes, it's not going to be a good show, right?
For the most part, for music venues, they can't do that, because that person paid, the 5 people paid to see that performer, and so what will happen is if you for a venue of 100 people, if 30 people don't show up, then the club keeps all the money.
Wow.
And you don't get your split with them. So that's the incentive. So you have to make sure there's at least 30 people there to get your whatever split with the club is. So you don't have that problem here, right?
Well, I mean, for me, I whether one person shows up or 1,000 people show up, for at least for the Korean shows, I get paid the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so you have a few shows left for 2018.
Yes.
Which is wrapping up. How many more shows you got lined up?
I have. So this comes out the day after Christmas. So I have 4 more shows. 4 more shows. Actually, no, 4 days. So that's 8 shows in total.
8 shows in 4 days.
Yeah.
Back to back to back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my I gotta maintain my voice.
You live in the life, though. You know.
Yeah.
That's the dream, isn't it?
Kind of. I mean,
well, look at it this way. At the end of those 8 shows, the jokes that you work out are going to be even more polished for 2019.
Yeah. I mean, because my original goal when I started to do stand-up was to try to do an hour by the end of this year.
How close are you to that?
I'm like, I haven't strung it all together, but I think I can do like 45, 50 minutes.
That's pretty impressive.
But I need to put it all together and try it, because if not, like, you know, it's all.
You know what you just did? It's in Korean, right?
Right.
Just slow your Korean down. Then there's your hour. 45.
안녕하세요. 잘 지내셨지요?
Well, that brings us to the last show of the year for us.
Yes.
On When in Seoul. And so we decided we want to do a recap of 2018.
Yeah, first of all, I think. Well, I mean, first of all, this year has been interesting for us because this year is when we started the When in Seoul podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's a big thing.
It's been a big part of our lives.
Because it forces me to see you at least once a week.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And I can't believe I'm not sick and tired of you yet.
Well, what do you mean you can't believe? I'm so charming. Charisma is a charisma. So it turns out that our first episode was in May, May 3rd of this year.
Yeah.
So we've been doing it for a little over half a year.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised people are actually listening to it.
Konchu, as they say in Korean.
What's konchu?
Congratulations.
What? Oh, really?
I hear my wife say it a lot.
Konchu?
Konchu.
It sounds like a weird cereal. Konchu, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we've been doing the When in Seoul podcast since May of this year. So
do you remember what the topic for the first episode was?
I don't even know what we talked about.
I believe
last
it
week.
Was transportation.
Really?
Yeah.
You are right.
Yes.
Transportation in Seoul.
I have a good memory. It's like a selective memory. Like I can't remember what I ate for lunch yesterday.
Yeah. That I can remember. Jajangmyeon.
Food stuff.
Yeah.
By the way, I did, you notice I shaved my mustache and my beard.
Yeah. I'm this is the Bobby that I know.
My wife made me do it. So.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna tell you to like shave it, you know what I mean? But like, it just made me. It was very hard for me to get used to.
Yeah, and it didn't really look. I shaved the beard first,
right?
And I left the mustache for a couple days, but it didn't look like a mustache. It just looked like I ate a tub of ice cream.
Yeah, it looked like
ice cream.
It looked like when a kid eats jajangmyeon, and then it's just jajang on the upper lip. So we're gonna go back and talk about our recap of 2018, right?
Yeah,
and there's been a lot of highs and lows for us this year.
Yeah, mostly lows for me. I'm gonna say going right into it, but that makes I don't know. Well, I want to talk more about you, to be honest. But let's have some questions for each other.
Got it.
And the first thing I want to know is, this was your first year away from home.
Yes.
Right. You not once went back to the mainland.
I'm not.
Right.
Technically,
the mainland.
Yes.
U.S. Like that's what they say in Hawaii.
Because I went to Guam, which is U.S. territory.
Right.
But yes, technically I did not go to the mainland.
So I want to talk about some of your lows and highs, or your highs and lows. Being in Korea, spending your first full year in Korea, and being away from home. I mean, first of all, do you miss home?
You know what? The more every day I think about home, and to me, the things that I miss really are the people, like my family, my friends.
Good answer.
But when it comes to the weather is something that I have to get used to. But I think given that I just went through a year of just going through the seasons, I'm getting accustomed to it. So, right now it's cold. But and when it comes to the food, I'm like, I'll miss an In-N-Out burger.
But you came at a good time though, because if you want an In-N-Out or a taco, you can get the fake versions of those in Korea, which are pretty good.
They're close, yeah. So
I mean, they got the Kim taco.
Yeah.
Woo. They got the bin and gout.
Yeah. So
which we've been in gout.
We've been in gout, totally.
There's a fake In-N-Out. There's all this stuff. So you came at a great time.
Yeah,
I'm saying, and I kind of hate you for it a little bit. I resent you for
because when you were here, you had to eat the worst tacos ever.
Yeah, no. When I first came here, you know what kind of tacos they had.
They
had tacos here where they put the tangun in it.
Yeah, they put a carrot in it.
The tamanegi. And the tangun or
onions.
They put and so that's what I came to. When I first came, there were no I can't even remember. It's been so long. But when they didn't have a fake In-N-Out, they didn't really have good burgers. They didn't have good pizza. Now they have all that stuff. So when it comes to food, you're all set in stone.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm not tripping out about missing food.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
missing
like
people and friends.
I want the original. You know what I mean? I want something greasy, even with the pizza, it's good, but it's not exactly there. So that but I've I've given up on trying to be wow, it tastes like back home. I figure, man, I'm in Korea. Just eat the Korean food and shut your mouth. You know what I mean? That's kind of my thing. And to be honest, I'm a big fan of Korean food anyway. So
yeah.
So for me, I miss the people, really. I try to at least call my parents once every other week,
When you lived back home in LA, and you lived in K-Town, they lived in East LA, right?
So it was 10-minute drive.
Did you see them often? Did you talk to them every week?
At least once a month I'd see them.
Yeah.
And then I would call them once every other week.
Once every other week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think this is a universal Korean, or I don't know if it's a just universal mom thing, but I know for a fact it's a universal Korean mom thing. Korean moms are the world champions of nagging.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They if it was an Olympic sport, they would dominate the U.S. basketball team.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The Chansori Wangs.
Yeah. The Chansori Olympics. They would kill it in all kinds of fashions. You know what I mean? And my mom, and I think every mom looks at their kid, no matter how old they are, as their baby, right?
Sure.
So even if you're in your 40s, you know what I mean? They'll be like, that's still my little baby.
Why
right?
are you looking at me?
Because you're in your 40s. Right? So
I just actually got a Kakao message from my mother. Just a few minutes ago. And it says video. I'm wondering what that video is. I didn't know she knew how to use that function. So I'm curious what she sent. But I'm sure it's a Happy Holidays thing.
Right.
She reposted kind of thing.
Just
she does it every holiday. I'll get a video. Anyway.
Yeah.
I asked the family question because when I moved to Korea, I started to get closer to my family. Because because of I guess the heart grows fonder with distance. I forget how the idiom goes, but that's very true for me.
Right.
That happened to me. I became closer to my mother, to my brothers, to my sister-in-law, my niece and nephews, because I felt so far from them physically. But in reality, when I lived close to them, I saw them less. I talked to them less.
So when you like when you first got here, that first year, like how often did you call your family?
A lot.
Really, like
once a week.
Wow, really?
Once a week, yeah.
Wow.
Even now, I talk to them all. Even especially with the cacao rooms and stuff like that, we have a group messaging thing just for our family. And that comes, you get a message every other day from somebody. So we're always in constant, I love it.
Right.
You know, we're sending photos to each other.
Right.
And I love that we have that kind of connection now.
Right.
Yeah.
I call my parents, or particularly my mom, because my dad, he's more like, man, you a grown man. You know what I mean? Like I trust you. You're not in like you'll figure it out. You know what I mean? He's more that guy, and you know, like Korean dads, like of that generation, they're not the touchy feely type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just more like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Like when I call, like for example, this past Thanksgiving, you know, I was talking to my mom for like an hour because my mom likes to talk. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, let me talk to Dad, and I'd be like, well, happy Thanksgiving. He's like, no do. Oma bakojuke. Right? I was like, what? Like, yo, man. You know, so I talked to my mom more because I know she misses me. You know what I mean? And you know how I know? Because one time our friend DPD went to pick up physical copies of the K-Town Cowboys DVD, which is at my house. Yeah. So I called my mom. I said, hey, my friend is going to come and pick up some DVDs. DPD's never met my mom, right? So DPD pulls in, and my mom goes, "Hey, you want like some like water or some like food or whatever?" It's nighttime, right? Cooler. Yeah, and DPD's like, "Oh, okay," you know.
Tangerines.
And then they talk for like 30 minutes, and DPD's like, "Yo, your mom started crying talking about you, right?" Aww. Right? And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Man, like, you know." So I know that my mom misses me a lot, so that's why I call her not as often as I can, but like once every 2 weeks, just to be like, yo, I'm alive, I'm doing all right, you know.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, so I'm glad you have that connection with your family. I'm glad I have that connection with my family. Being so far is possible, and sometimes it brings you closer. Right.
You know what's interesting, there's a Korean phrase that's the opposite. 눈에서 멀어지면 마음에서도 멀어진다, or something like that, meaning like the less you see somebody, the less close you become.
Really?
The farther you are from each other, you know what I mean? Okay. So I was like, that's interesting that in English there is the whatever idiom
distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
I think I still got it wrong.
Well, and here I am saying yes, like I know. I don't know, man. I don't read. So yeah.
But yeah.
So that's what I miss. I think to me the biggest thing really was just the move. Overall, the move here was a big thing. This year I got my own place.
You moved into your own place.
Right.
A lot of good things pop up to mind when I think about your highs from my standpoint. Like, you got your own place, you moved close to me. You know, like I had someone that lived in the Hongdae area that was just as old as I was, or just a little bit trailing me, you know.
Just as old.
You got signed to JDB.
Yes.
Which is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, comedy agency in Korea. You were on TV for the first time?
Yeah, I was on a variety show.
Yeah. You did that. You had a funny line on there.
Yeah, right? we're shooting for 20 hours, and then there's only one funny line. Yo, man, you know what? I didn't come here planning to become a comedian in Korea, like stand-up wise, right? And so all this is kind of, it changed my plans of what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like, originally I wanted to come here and do something like an English podcast, get paid for it, or like do English radio and get paid for it, and just pay the bills that way. And then on the weekends, like perform stand up in English, like outside of the country. Right?
Dude, I totally know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I came here thinking I was going to live here for 2 years, and 8 years later, I'm still here. And then, I was still a young buck when I first got here. Is that what they say? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you do.
Now, in a few days, I'm going to be 42 years old.
Korean age,
yes, right? Which really stinks.
Yeah.
But on the When in Seoul podcast, I'm still 40.
You're still a young buck.
Hey, and you did some traveling too. It's not that you just were stuck in Korea, stuck in Seoul.
Yeah, I got to travel. I went to countries that I haven't been.
You've never been to.
Yeah, not even countries, but like for example, I've never been to Guam and Saipan. I loved it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like a slower Hawaii, you know?
Okay.
And
I've never been to either.
Yeah. But it was like to me, it was like as it's K-Town to Seoul is Guam to Hawaii.
K-Town to Seoul is Guam to
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Like K-Town in LA seems like Seoul of the past, right? You know what I mean? You know, like the font is like stuff that you will never find in Korean, fonts anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything was just a little bit older feeling, right?
Okay.
And Guam feels like that, but Saipan to me was like, it's not a party place. It's just you look at the beautiful beaches and you just chill, very serene and calm. That was great.
You revisited some countries like Hong Kong.
Yeah, I've never been to Hong Kong.
Oh, that was your first time.
It was my first time. Okay. Hong Kong was great.
Singapore was a revisit.
Yeah, I've been there like 3-4 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did a show in Thailand. Mm-hmm. You know, and
first time in Thailand.
And there's next year there's gonna be other countries like Indonesia, Japan.
Man, 2018 has been a pretty cool year for you.
Yeah, it's been cool. I mean, you know, I mean, if there was only really one real low of 2018 was at about the end of the year. I had suffered a gout flare-up that lasted kind of long.
Yeah, over a month.
Yeah.
Right? That was pretty scary, man.
It was really... and on top of that, I don't got insurance, right? Which you do, and I'm jealous.
Yeah.
So going to, like, different doctors and, like, you know, like, treatments and stuff, I think I spent close to about $1,000.
Which, I mean, but you did do a lot of things I'm sorry, like I'm fumbling again. If you did those things in the States, it would have cost you a lot more money.
Absolutely.
So looking on the bright side of things, the cost of out-of-pocket medical care here is really inexpensive. So I would say...
So that's my next goal. It's something I'm looking forward to in 2019.
Yeah.
Is to getting health insurance here.
Yeah.
But... Yeah, I mean, so it affected a lot of things. For example, you know that variety show that I went on.
Yeah,
I was suffering from gout, so you could clearly tell I was limping.
Okay,
you know what I mean. When I was in Singapore and Thailand, I was limping.
Mm-hmm.
So like it put a damper in certain things that I could have possibly done better if I was relatively healthy.
Yeah, maybe you should put that in your act, or maybe part of your name, like. You know, like
Danny Gaucho.
Yeah, like Danny the Limper.
What am I, a wrestler? So yeah, man. I mean, to me, the only real like significant low was that. You know what I mean?
Well, I want to know now, since you've been here in Korea for a year, you have to have finally settled in and figured out your routine and things you like, your dislikes and stuff. So I'm gonna just spit out some things and just answer as quick as you can think of them. Okay. And I want to see because I'm curious. And yeah, let's see if any of these things ring true for.
Wait, by the way, I don't think I'm settled in yet because I don't feel like I've tried everything in Seoul.
Yeah, in terms that's a good thing.
You know what I mean?
It's only been a year.
Right.
You can't you can't see all of Seoul in even a year.
No, I get it. I get it. But you know what I mean? Like, when like, there's a routine in the sense of like, well, I mean, I'm not that adventurous when it comes to, like, for example, snacks.
Well, that's for 2019.
Yeah.
This is your homework.
Yeah.
You got to get out there more.
Yes.
The limp is gone, thankfully.
Yes.
Because you went to the hospital.
Yeah, your doctor.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I told you to do.
Yeah, and I went once.
So
and then in the beginning, and it didn't help.
The big lesson of 2018 will be listen to Hyung. You better start calling me Hyung too. Except when we go out to eat and stuff, because I can't pay for the bill. But all right, here we go. Some favorite stuff. Well, I want to hear some of your favorite things. If what comes to mind.
Okay.
Favorite soju brand?
Hallasan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hallasan.
Yeah.
I've never seen you really. Oh, well, I don't really go out with you that much, but.
No, well, the thing is, the reason why is because
Hallasan, for our listeners that don't know, is a Jeju brand of soju.
I haven't tried all of them yet. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, everyone always goes for the classic two, right? It's either 참이슬 or 처음처럼, right?
Yeah.
But I was just tripping out when I first got here. Mm-hmm. I was like, yo, this bottle ain't green.
Yeah, it was a clear bottle. It's like Pepsi Clear. It's like, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, I was like, ooh. So it's like $1 more, right? You know, usually.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
okay.
that's $1 more.
Yeah, and except in Jeju because they're...
Yeah, right. In Jeju though, it's like, all right, you got to drink this. So, Hallasan, for the sheer fact of its novelty, that it's still novel to me.
It's a little stronger too.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yeah.
So you like to act like
I'm a tough guy.
Big shot.
Well, you know, like, I mean, your father-in-law and my pops do the same thing. They don't get, you know, when they get the 참이슬, they get the red cap, which is stronger, right? So
my father-in-law, by the way, doesn't get that soju anymore. He gets the plastic bottles because there's a little bit more soju.
I like the bang for your buck guy.
Favorite season of the year in Seoul, since you've experienced all glorious seasons in Seoul?
I like the 2 weeks of spring. You know what I mean? The 2 weeks.
Literally, though, that's all you get.
The 2 weeks of spring.
Right smack between winter and summer. It's a 2-week sprint. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because summer is just unbearable. And then that relief of just like, oh my God, is that a cool breeze? You know, you get it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When all of a sudden, like, this spring, I've seen so many belly buttons. I mean, like, you know, when women like dress according to the weather. Yeah. You know what I mean? I haven't seen that many belly buttons in my life until I came to Korea.
I would say Seoul is probably the only place that you can see a belly button in the winter.
Yes, yes.
These girls are crazy.
Yeah,
these young girls.
I saw a belly button yesterday and I'm like, where's your padded jacket, yo? Okay, so spring. Mm-hmm. Favorite holidays? Favorite holiday?
That's a weird one.
Yeah, I don't really have one.
Me too.
Because I wanted to say, well, back home it was Thanksgiving because I like the food, but I ate a Subway sandwich and cranberry juice, so that was
all right. That'll be probably part of the lows.
Yeah, that was kind of the lows. Yeah, kind of lows. Yeah.
Favorite Korean food?
I am gonna go with samgyeopsal.
Oh yeah.
Samgyeopsal.
Because they do it better here than they do it back home. Right. Let's be honest.
Even the cheap tepe samgyeopsal, which is like the thin stuff, which is like some places like $3 to $5 eating bun, right? Like real cheap, right? Yeah. Dude, even that
is bomb. Because the owners even know that this is a cheaper cut. Right. It's not as good as other restaurants' quality. Right. So what they do to make up for that, they have a really cool side dish, or they'll put that pajuri, or like that scallions, like that picks up all the oil. Right. Like that. Koreans know how to balance out their,
This is kind of like, all right, fine, I get it. All right, we'll throw some good kimchi, shin kimchi, like, you know what I mean? On the bottom, so it cooks with the pork grease.
Yeah. Favorite delivery option?
You know what? I don't call people. Like, I don't call the restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I know most people do, but I just use those apps.
Right. So what's your favorite go-to delivery food if you could only choose one to live on?
Well, due to my jacked up foot for that month and a half, if I look at my application, I think I've ordered a lot of Papa John's.
A lot of Papa John's.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going American on this. Oh, although Papa John's in Korea, is Korean.
Right.
It's not. It's
But
very different.
but I've ordered the most American tasting Papa John's. Like, you know, like some of them.
Oh, you'll get the combination.
Yeah. Or just like, like
classic.
Or give me like a what do you call it? Like a sausage and pepperoni.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, there's no way they're gonna make this sweet. You know what I mean? And
right.
And then they give you that. They still give you that garlic butter sauce.
Right. You won't get the gochujang chicken.
No.
Special.
They have like a mac and cheese, like pizza, bacon mac and cheese pizza. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that.
Every now and then I like those. I'll go for something off the,
the Korean side, like with the sweet potato ring. You like that?
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I get why foreigners knock it, but most of them haven't tried it. They're just like, what is that? That's not pizza. Just try it, Yeah. I mean, Koreans like it. So you're living in Korea, try it.
And then there's also like this, I also like when they have toshirak, right? So they'll be like, boom. Like, it kind of looks like the stuff that they sell at the convenience stores, the ones that you can microwave for 2 minutes, like what has rice, it has the panchan. They also have that, but like it's better quality, like toshirak.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my number 2 option.
Favorite Korean snack? If you go into like a 편의점 and you grab a snack.
I am a sucker for like salty snacks. So it's usually on the chip base.
Chips.
Yeah. Right now I'm hooked on the no brand.
No brand.
It's like the imitation Pringles.
Okay.
Right?
No brand, they sell those in the E-Mart.
Yeah. There's a no brand there's like a no brand supermarket next to my house, or like it's almost like a mini Costco, right?
It's like a no frills kind of Kirkland 편의점 brand.
Yeah. So I like the sour cream and onion flavor, but the girl that I'm seeing was like, you should try the purple
taro chips,
the sweet potato flavor.
Okay.
So it's not as salty.
Okay.
Actually, it's barely salty. But
I'll give it a shot.
But I was like, that one's pretty good too.
Favorite Korean pastime?
It's pyeonmek.
Pyeonmek,
yeah. Pyeonmek.
I knew you'd say that. So.
Yeah.
To remind our listeners, pyeonmek is 편의점 맥주.
Yeah.
Another one of those mashing of 2 words that Koreans love to do.
Yeah. Konchu. Yeah. If you understood it.
We love it. I love it. It's still my favorite pastime.
Yeah. I mean, springtime is the best time to pyeonmek.
Sure, but we do it in the winter too.
We're trying, but
we tried because if you beg the person on duty and they have like tables inside, sometimes they just don't let me see you, like, or cover it up. It's fine.
Give me a paper bag.
Favorite ice cream bar?
Not a bar, and you know what? I don't eat that much ice cream, but the 2 that I might go to, number 1 is Haleim.
Haleim is the
one with the pouch where you have the cap, so you can actually
save it for later.
Right, you can save it for later. But in all honesty,
when it's a milkshake.
Yeah. But in all honesty, though, you always, like, if you can't finish a whole ice cream in one sitting, then you don't deserve to eat ice cream, right? Like, I've never eaten ice cream and saved it. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true,
right? But I just like that. It's kind of cool that it doesn't get all over your hands. You know what I mean? And the other one is when you were full blown going vegan, and you wanted some ice cream. It was summertime, and there was like there's Dole pineapple,
the 100% fruit,
the fruit bars. Yeah. I'm a sucker for like I like pineapple. So
Pineapple?
yeah, the pineapple bar always gets me. I'm sure there's a lot like the old school like the sometimes when it's like throwback Thursdays in my mouth, and I'll go get like a melon bar. You know what I mean?
Melon bar.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the first Korean ice cream that came into LA.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was the chuchupas.
Oh, the ones you break in half?
Yeah.
I don't know because you know what? Like they sell them in America like
Just as American brands.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I don't know I don't forget what they're called.
I always thought they were Korean, chuchupas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta look into that.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's good. Favorite cup ramen brand?
Ooh. You know what? I'm a OG kind of guy, and I think Shinramen is the way to go.
Shinramen?
Yeah.
You'll go to that most of the time.
Yeah, Shinramen. Okay. You know, like now, if I'm eating, so at a pyeonmek, you can eat there too, right? And drink, right? So if I'm in that mood, I'll get the wangtukong because it's big, right? You know what I mean? Like the Shinramen is like really small. You know what I mean? I was like, nah, man, like that's not gonna give me 3 of those, right? So give me a wangtukong and let me go to town on that.
I like the chapagetti.
Oh, I've never tried that.
Yeah,
really?
I like getting the lately. Anyway, we'll get to me later. Yeah. But let's see. Favorite variety show or drama.
I haven't seen that much. I've seen the ones on Netflix. My favorite variety show, it'll entertain me is it's called 아는 형님, which is Knowing Brothers, I think. It's,
okay.
And it's just one of my favorite Korean comedians is on that show, and I would say every show he'll make me laugh at least once. You know, and I got to meet him for the variety show that I filmed.
Oh, he was on that. Okay.
He was a host.
Ooh, okay, cool.
And we were gout brothers. You know what I mean?
More and more people.
Yeah. So he told me, he was like, "Yo, man, when you get better, let's go drink some beer." And I said, I said, I hate you. No, but he's real cool.
Just a couple more. Favorite music artists, like musical artists, and they have to be Korean. Favorite like boy band, girl group.
Well, she's Korean American, but I like Lena Park.
Lena Park, is she still putting it out? Putting out the album? That sounded bad.
She's married, bro. No. She's I don't know if she's like putting out new music. I'm sure she is, but it's like when I see her perform live on shows. Yeah, I like her performing in Korean. You know what I mean? And I'm like, wow, like
impressive. She's awesome.
She can.
We were both on her radio show.
Yeah,
right. You were on there a couple times.
Yeah, when I first got there and got here, and then she's always been sweet to me when I went, and she's great.
Final question: favorite comedian? Kegaman. Gagman.
So he hasn't done stand up yet, but to me, I think he is like he's his talent is almost God given to me. It's a guy named Lee Sugun. He's in 아는 형님, and he was the guy that I was telling you about, my gout brother. But that dude, like, he physical comedy and just wordplay. He's just quick, you know. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So now that you got to get to know me, the show's almost over. Yeah. By the way, so it's my turn to. Yeah. Okay. Let's first of all, Bobby, your 2018. What were some of your highs? It's hard to say. This was a pretty low year for me, but I will say I did have some happy moments earlier this year when we released my film. Yeah, when your movie got done, when it was fully edited finished, and people saw it, yes. It wasn't perfect, but we got to screen it at some film festivals and got some really good feedback. Coincidentally, the film is also the reason why this was one of the lowest years of my life. But yeah, just talking about the highs, I got to travel to the U.S. a lot. I went back and forth a lot, and got to share the film with a lot of people.
A lot of people gave me a lot of encouragement. That was great.
Yeah, man, I saw the movie. Yeah. It's a good film, bro. Like,
thank you.
I mean, you could have used me a little bit more, but like, you know, you just used me for one day, but it's all right. It's okay. It's all right. No good.
Also, I released a couple music videos, an EP. Not really the highest moments for me, but that's important to note, I guess. I did that. Some of the highs are coming now. Like in the past couple weeks, actually this past month I gave up social media. So that was really...
That's a high or a low?
I'm starting to realize it's been a high.
Good.
Because in place of that, I've gotten back into writing again. So I've been writing like a song a day. I started recording demos at home again.
Right.
And I'm just falling in love with it again. Because I haven't been really writing music for the past few years because of the film. And so I'm trying to sort of let go of all the pressure and all the depression I've gotten because of the film. I'm trying to let that go now and try to get back to life as it used to be.
Right.
When I was happy writing music and, yeah.
Well, that's good.
Kind of therapy for me.
So you're doing like a social media fast?
I'm considering giving it up altogether. Just because maybe it's a midlife crisis thing, but I don't
definitely
know.
Midlife.
I turned 40 this year. That was a high and a low, depending on which way you look at it.
When you said high, my eyes perked up. I was like, word? All right. Okay.
Yeah, so that was, I don't know. It made me put things into perspective more in my life. Definitely the biggest high of this year is my wife moving back to Korea.
Yep.
We were apart for 2 years because it just happened. Like, it was just bad luck. We were both supposed to move back to the States a few years ago, and then I ended up having to come back as soon as we got there. I had to move back to Korea, and then ended up staying here for 2 years without her. And now she's back. For the past 5 months, it's been great having her, and we're dating again. We're getting to know each other better again, and so that's been really pleasant and the best part of my year.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Now it's my turn to give you the quick rundown of your favorites. Because you've been here for 7-8 years. I've been here 1 year, so I got to still learn from you. All right. What is your favorite soju brand?
처음처럼.
Like the first time.
Well, it's not. Well, it's my wife's choice.
Oh.
So I don't even know what 참이슬 tastes like.
Actually, time out. You and I, because of our gout, we've been going on a makgeolli switch, right?
Yeah, I mean,
what is your favorite makgeolli brand?
My favorite makgeolli brand. Oh, this is a big revelation for me this year because I used to have a different one.
Yes.
But this year...
The Slow Village. You used to like Slow Village.
Yeah. I used to like the Nurin Mal and all those like kind of sweeter makgeollis. But this year, I finally switched over to the Changsu makgeolli, which is the Seoul makgeolli brand that they have all over Seoul, I guess. And it's the most... It's like Korea's Budweiser, I guess, for makgeolli.
Yeah.
Because they sell them at the pyeonijams. It's not like the Nurinmal used to be more of like the what do we use, like the microbrewery or
right. It's like you're like a hipster, right?
The hipster makgeolli.
Yeah.
But you would have to pay like an extra $1 or $2 for it. Now I just get the Changsu. I love it. It's like the cheapest out there. You can get it at the Sijang for $1.
Yeah.
And that's where I get it because I mean you can get it at the pyeonijam for like $1.20.
Right.
But I'm so ajashi style now that I go to the outdoor market.
It's funny.
And I go buy it there for 20 cents less.
Right.
Yeah. It's not as sweet. It's actually a little sour and a little bit more carbonated. And that's what the older guys drink. So you know, I finally given in.
No, because you know, I'm a makgeolli noob,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I mean, I drank a little bit back in the States, but and my dad likes to drink in general.
Mm-hmm.
But in the States, they only have like 1 or 2 brands, and they don't have Changsu, they don't have Dirimal, they only have like this Kuksundan, like whatever brand.
Okay.
I don't even know what it's called.
I think
right?
they have Nirmal in certain. Anyway, yeah.
So like I drank that, and so I wasn't really like knowledgeable, and you know like back and some cafes back home, like they would like put like 7-Up in your makgeolli and stuff, right? You know, to like carbonate. I'm like, all right. So yeah. Now, but I've learned from you on that one. Okay, what is your favorite season?
My favorite season is the fall.
Fall.
Yeah, I mean, and it's the same as the spring. What happens is it's only like a two week window of good fall weather. And what often happens to me, because I just have bad luck, is in the spring and in the fall, I'm not even in Seoul. So I always get like dragged away or like have to be back in the States.
Because this is I mean, fall and spring are the best seasons to be here, like to enjoy the weather, because it is a relief from the crappy season previously. Yeah. And the gift of you going through it and being like, hey, here's some vacation time because you're about to go through some nonsense again.
Yeah, I really like that. I like the sweater season. It's like sweater weather kind of thing. I like wearing sweaters, so I like the fall.
All right, your favorite Korean food?
Oh yeah, you know, being a vegan this year, it's changed.
Right.
It used to be samgyeopsal. Then it used to be 양꼬치. But now it's chun.
Any specific chun?
Yeah, I like nokdujan.
Okay, all right.
I eat that maybe twice a week. It's
mung bean, right?
Yeah, it's not really that great for you.
Yeah,
because it's fried in oil.
Yeah,
but that's my go-to.
It's like your cheat.
Yeah, that's my junk food actually.
Damn,
I love nokdujan. It's so good.
That's some 40-year-old stuff, man.
Yeah,
like to
really,
be like, my go-to cheat is my snack is.
And I mean, I went for that because it goes with the makgeolli.
Oh yeah.
You know, so but if you took away the makgeolli and I had to eat something without that, without alcohol, I would probably go for, you know, a good kimchi jjigae.
Kimchi jjigae.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, if you had a choice between kimchi or doenjang, you would always go for kimchi jjigae?
These days, yeah.
All right, your favorite Korean snack?
Oh, man. I gave up processed foods.
So do you miss it? I'm sure you miss it. Like, do you get...
I used to get the banana cake.
Really?
I used to get that. I used to get the... What do you call it? Not the Funyuns. They have the yangpa.
Ring? Yeah. Oh, that's some old school stuff. Yeah. That was, to me, that and the shrimp chips, the seokang, were the two OG Korean chips that came to the States.
Oh, right, yeah. But now I would say the biggest snack I have weekly is tangerines, 귤.
Man,
yeah.
Here I am talking about like no brand Pringles, and
we buy them by the box.
Yeah.
That's how much I love it.
They're great.
So, you know, like you go to the Shijang, you can buy like 10 for like a couple bucks.
Yeah.
I'm like, when I see those people, I'm just, that's a waste of money. Just buy the box.
Yeah.
The box will last you longer.
You know what's funny is that as we're going through this list, there's a clear difference, not just in the 30-year-old me and the 40-year-old you.
Yeah.
But the more health conscious almost you and the clearly not health conscious me.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, man, you weren't like this before. You know what I mean? Like I knew you when I first met you. You were chubby, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Once you get to your 40s,
yeah.
you have to start thinking about your health. Health is everything.
Man.
Because we've talked about this before. Even when I get a scratch, that scratch will hurt for like a couple weeks now for me. So I'm very careful about my health.
All right, a few more. Favorite ramen brand? Actually, you talked about it, Chapaghetti, right?
I do like Japaghetti. Yeah, I know there's meat in it though. Although, we talked about this. I'm not full vegan anymore.
Right.
So I can start. I mean, it is a processed food, cup ramen. I guess I can go back to it. Every now and then I'll stumble, and now I'm having meat like once a week and having it moderately. It's been working out for me. Although I will say, the days I eat meat, I'm very gassy the day after and often constipated. So I know it's not the greatest thing for me, but my wife has been very patient.
Because she's not vegan, diet, right?
Yeah.
So
we still don't have any meat in the house. We don't have any milk, anything like that. So when we go out, every now and then we'll go get samgyeopsal.
Yeah.
She'll have the bulk of it.
Right.
But I'll have a few pieces. I'll go for the leaner pieces, stuff like that.
I remember when you were still super vegan.
Yeah.
And I remember your wife wanted to eat samgyeopsal. So you called me and was like, Danny, you want to eat samgyeopsal? So I could, because you have to order at least 2 servings, right? So I was like, yeah, man, I'll eat. And at first I was like, because your wife wants to eat it, right? So me and your wife went to town while you're eating panchan, and you're just like staring at us, like eating, like.
But I know how to make the panchan.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because you can keep ordering panchan. I feel bad for the plate. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, so and finally, I mean, given that you're an artist, who's your favorite Korean artist?
That's man, it's hard to say because I stopped listening to music for a long time. This year I haven't really kept with a lot of the music that's going on in Korea. I've been really out of it, but I will say I went and saw a Korean band that I've seen before, and I know these guys. They're indie, but they're just like amazing. They're a band called Life and Time.
Life and Time.
Yeah. They're an indie band. They're rock, but they're also like funk. They're kind of like Hyogo. I think they're a little bit more. They're really amazing, proficient musicians. So it's just fun to watch them. Yeah, I'll go with Life and Time.
So now that we've went through our favorites and a recap of the year, maybe one thing that you're hoping to do in 2019.
2019, my biggest thing is, I still need to sell the film.
Get distribution.
But to be honest, I've just been burnt out by trying to get distribution. I would like for people to be able to get to see it.
Absolutely.
And so please send your good thoughts and good energy and prayers and whatever you can to help me get that going. I've been writing like crazy. I would like to release a new album.
Awesome.
I can't afford to do a proper production, so it's going to probably be another demo album that I have to put out. Although the demos I've been recording lately they don't sound too bad. And so I hope to release 1 or 2 maybe albums next year.
Nice.
That'll be the highlight, hopefully, of my 2019.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hopefully, maybe kids.
Ooh. Wow, that's some big stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For you, what about you?
I hoped to try to push the needle in the right direction for stand-up comedy. Right now, I think we're still at infant stages, and it's going to take, I know for a fact it's going to take many, many years for stand-up comedy to become a thing right now, and I'm hoping that I can still push it in the right direction, or help push it in the right direction,
or make sure that just even stays a thing.
Yeah.
Because things can often get...
Right, especially in Korea where there's like, it might be a fad and then it's done, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what we're afraid of, because right now I feel that kind of lull. You know what I mean? In the beginning, like when I first got here, it was kind of a thing, and it didn't go all the way as I thought it would. I mean, not all the way, but so people are still interested, but it's about educating not only the comedians, stand-up comedians here, but also the audience to kind of understand, what this is and how to react to it, because because you know what I mean? Like, you tell a dirty joke, people kind of in the States, they laugh at it, but here people don't want to laugh because they don't want other people to think that they have a dirty brain, you know what I mean, or a dirty mind, right? And then on a personal level, I want to get 2019. I want to get health insurance. I also want to perform in more countries that I've never been. It's more of a kind of like an excuse to get out of the country and like travel. And finally,
get married.
Not married, but I want to find someone. I want to be in love.
You want to fall in love?
Yes.
That's a great. Yeah. That's good luck to you. That's a great goal.
Yeah. Well, I don't like the way you looked at me. You looked at me straight in the eyes, and I was like, "That's a great goal."
No, it's because that's what I mean. Not to sound all cheesy and all, but that's what has saved my life.
Right.
My being in love was never a priority for me.
Right.
Growing up, and I always thought I would never get married, even. Right. And meeting my wife, we've been through a lot. Mm-hmm. I've been like, I can't believe she's still with me.
Yeah, me neither.
To be honest, I've met the most understanding woman alive. She is my rock. She keeps me sane.
Yeah.
And healthy. She's amazing, and it's an incredible goal to have, I think, to say that you want to be in a place where you're in love with someone. Hey,
did I ever ask you, your wife got any single friends?
No, I think they're all taken.
Damn. Yeah, I want to fall in love, man. I figure if they're friends, they might have similar personalities.
Yeah, but put it out there, in the universe. And,
this is a secret?
It'll answer you.
It's like the secret, right?
I don't know.
I want to fall in love, and then like,
is that what it is?
Yeah, and then like if you, it's almost like if you think it, like it'll come to fruition, type of thing. So anyway, thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys have had a wonderful 2018. At the very least, I hope the end of it, you spend it with loved ones and have a great time. And we all hope that your 2019s will be filled with joys and blessed events. And thank you guys for listening for this long.
Yeah, thanks to everyone that has caught up onto our podcast. Especially to those that have listened to every single one.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what is going through your head.
Yeah.
But we're grateful for your listenership.
Yeah. And you know what? If you want to, stay in touch, email us at peninsulapod@gmail.com. And it's peninsulapod at Instagram. And also, if you want to follow me personally, Danny Cho Comedy at Instagram, just to see if, I have any shows coming up.
You're Danny Cho Comedy at most social media.
Yes,
things,
and all social media things. So just follow me, and then, you can see my shows. If you're Korean and don't worry, most of my shows in Korea are in Korean. And if you are English speaking, then, I'll have some English speaking shows here and there. So.
If you want to contact me, I don't know, pen and paper, you can send that to, I don't know. I haven't deleted my social media. It's still there. I think I'll keep it just so every now and then, if I have a show, I should probably put it up
Absolutely.
there.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to fill 30 people, bro.
I'm not ready to go back to social media just because I don't like the way it's turning out.
Right.
I'm kind of disappointed in the world, to be honest.
Right.
It's just the things I'm going through.
Right.
It's hard for me to be normal when I see the state of the world through the eyes of social media. I think it's not always the best thing when you go into it with a negative mind.
Absolutely.
And so it's not your fault, it's my fault. It's not you, it's me when it comes to social media.
Oh, so you're breaking up with social media right now. All right, is that what it is? It's not you, it's me, I swear.
Yeah. But that was a long goodbye for 2018. But hopefully we'll see you 2019 all refreshed with good, what do you call those New Year's resolutions?
Yeah.
And thanks everyone again.
And if you're single, I want to fall in love, so holler.
Thanks everyone.
Bye.
Today